In case you need a reminder of who we're talking about when we say Lieutenant Colonel Stuart Scheller, I want you to listen to his viral video, just a bit of it.
All of these people are supposed to advise, and I'm not saying we've got to be in Afghanistan forever, but I am saying, did any of you throw your rank on the table and say, hey, it's a bad idea to evacuate Bagram Airfield, the strategic air base, before we evacuate everyone? Did anyone do that? And when you didn't think to do that, did anyone raise their hand and say, we completely messed this up? I've got battalion commander friends right now that are posting similar things, and they're saying, wondering if all the lives were lost and if it was in vain, all those people that we've lost over the last.
Okay, so you remember this, I'm sure, happened right after the debacle in Afghanistan. And I think it was like the next day he resigns. He resigns his commission, and he's really not a nobody. So he is a guy who has been decorated several times. Let me just get this. He has a Bronze Star, Army Commendation with V for Valor, 3 Meritorious Service Medals, 3 Navy Commendations, 17 years in the Corps. He was just a few years away from retirement. He willingly gave up his retirement and his pension, but now he sits in jail. His parents are with us now. Stu and Kathy, how are you?
Well, this is a tough day for us. Today he goes for his first hearing. The military dumped a 640-page packet with not even within 24 hours. They let him know when the hearing was going to be, and here are 640 pages for you to go through. So we are on pins and needles today. We are worried. We feel the weight of our son's future, the future of his family, the future of America on our shoulders right now.
Have you heard from, I'm kind of on this kick today of where the hell is the GOP. Have you heard from any senators, congressmen? Is anybody reaching out to help you with all of this?
We, by the way, we've heard more in the last 24 hours than we've heard in the last 30 days. And that's because starting on Tuesday, we asked Americans to write their congressman. So yes, Senator Mike Lee from Utah reached out to me.
Good.
Our local Cincinnati, Ohio representative, Brad Wenstrup, has been amazing.
He has been wonderful since the video came out. We contacted him, and he has been helping us throughout this.
He's a veteran. He gets it. We have a conversation today with our Senator Rob Portman. But I got to tell you, and as you've seen in the hearings for the last 2 days, grilling, Austin, Miley, and McKenzie, there have been senators and representatives that are speaking on behalf of Lieutenant Colonel Scheller. So it's, but bottom line, was it effective? I think we, as Americans, all have witnessed in the last 2 days, these 3 generals are not accepting accountability. And that's all Stuart asked. And that's what he asked 31 days ago. He hasn't got it. And by the way, Glenn, in terms of your facts, Stuart posted his first video on that Thursday night, August 26th, at about 10 p.m., 5-6 hours after our 13 service members were killed.
Right.
On Friday, within 12 hours, he was relieved of his very prestigious command. And on Sunday, he resigned and submitted his resignation on a video, and the United States Marine Corps didn't accept it. They said that you serve at the pleasure of the president, and we'll let you know when you can go. And so it's outrageous. We have called on Americans to find their voice, to stand up and,
support our son.
Support our son. So we don't know what's going to happen today at the hearing. We have been given low expectations. The Marines have done nothing but put pressure on him for the last 30 days. The low expectations are he could be in prison for 3, 6, 9, 12 months, pending a court martial. It's outrageous.
So why do you think they're doing this?
To shut him up. You want to know the truth? They don't want him talking. And he pressed charges. He was bringing a suit against
General McKenzie.
General McKenzie. And the moment he dropped, they told him, you have that story.
Well, I mean, he filed 13 charges against General McKenzie.
One for each
service member lost. And they didn't like that. So he spoke the truth to power, and they are squelching his voice, and they have done everything to try to make him look emotionally unstable. They've tried to, intimidate him. They have honored him for the last few years. He's also an entrepreneur. He started a product called the Perfect Ribbon, where service members have ribbons on their chest and they put stars in them. He created a mold, and he was trying to help Marines transition from active duty and follow their dreams and be entrepreneurs. So the Marines thought that was awesome, and they commended him for that and promoted him for that. On day 4 of this ordeal, they pulled all of his products out of 45 of the PXs. So they've done everything to squash him, and it's an embarrassment internationally. We have people writing from all over the world watching what our military leaders are doing to him, and they're embarrassed.
I think your son is, I mean, we're in revolution. Only one side is recognizing it at this point. But we are a nation in revolution, and I believe your son is the first political prisoner in this revolution.
We agree.
When someone first said to me, is your son a political prisoner? We had to look up the definition. We didn't even know what that would be in the United States of America, but it fits.
You know, Glenn, I've always respected you and your knowledge of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. I'm going to tell you, you and I both know we're living history right now.
Oh, we are.
And, a lot of young people maybe don't connect with the patriots from 1775, but for parents out there, this is not going to be taught in schools, right? So for parents out there with young people, we have 12 grandchildren. Now they're all under 11. But for parents out there that have young people formidable between the ages of 13 and 18, this is the time to talk about what courage is, what integrity is, what respect is, what truth is, how to stand your ground. This is the time to talk about tyranny, cowardice. There are living examples right now that you can teach our young people. And I encourage anybody that is a parent out there to bring your young people into current events. My son's 17, and this year he told me that he thought he wanted to join the Marines. And for the first time, I was kind of caught off guard because I'm not sure what that even means anymore. I would have been yes, absolutely 10 years ago. Today, I'm not sure what the Marines are going to be in 2 years. And what's happening to your son scares the hell out of me. How do you feel about your son's career decision if you were supporting it then? And what advice would you give a parent like me now?
Well, I'm going to answer that. When our son first decided to go in the Marines, I wasn't sure what that meant. So I've had 17 years as a Marine mom. And I'm going to tell you that I'm going to talk in the series of men because it was our son. But the Marine spouses out there, they have to be forged, or Marines, military, they have to be forged in steel. As a Marine mom, I'm not the mother of his children, but as his mother. It is hard to go through those deployments, and you know that your child is putting their life on the line, And we have lost over 7,000 troops in that 20-year war. 7,000 mothers who do not have their children anymore. We have had somewhere between 30 to 100,000 suicides over these 20 years. Those mothers do not have their children anymore. This cannot be swept under the carpet. Some things need to change so we can support our military families. We can honor them while they're serving and after they're serving. These families needed to know the accountability that our son called for was so important, because these families, these service members, needed to know that what they did counted, and it did count. And there needs to be accountability so that these people can hold their heads up. I can't tell you how many messages we received, our son received, and said, I was in a dark place when this fell. You saved my life. Thousands of them. This counts. This matters. Accountability matters. So you have to be, if you're not forged of steel when your child goes in, you will be.
So Glenn,
Yes, sir.
of course you're going to support your son if he wants to join the Marine Corps. And you are going to teach him. And as I said a moment ago, we are in the midst of history right now. You're going to teach him about courage and valor, and you will be damn proud if he joins the Marine Corps. But you're also going to warn him. And this is what is so sad about this. The generals, can they not see that they are killing the credibility of the Marine Corps? You're questioning whether your son should go in. Do they not realize by not accepting accountability and admitting their mistakes, they are hurting our country? They are hurting the Marine Corps. Our son loves the Marine Corps. Our son loves America. He did not want to destroy that. He was trying to build it up by asking his senior leaders to do the right thing, and they couldn't do it. They can't do it.
And in a subsequent video, he said, if you would just accept responsibility, I would get back in rank. I would submit. And they wouldn't do it.
So your son has been put through hell. He had to go through a mental health test screening because, he's probably crazy. And now he's in jail. Yesterday, you get, how many pages was it? 640 pages from basically the charges of what they're going to bring up in the court case today. You got that yesterday, so really no time to prepare. How can we help you?
Go ahead.
So we believe prayers work, so we're asking people to pray, but we're asking people to find their voice, contact their congressmen and women, and demand accountability, not only from our leaders, but for Stuart Scheller, we're asking them to stand up for him. Stuart has a foundation that is supporting him. It's called pipehittersfoundation.org. I know you have it up on your screen.
Yep.
They can go on there and find the link for Lieutenant Colonel Scheller. They can donate. We're in it for the long haul. We're going to need support for legal fees. We need to support his family.
Does he have good representation, or does he have to use a military attorney?
Well, he has good representation.
He has a very good team.
Okay.
He put this in place over the 30 days before he was arrested. We all saw it coming, or we hoped it wouldn't come, but we were planning in case it did. Of course, he's a 40-year-old man, and he wasn't going to accept any advice from us, the military. But we just had to stand back and watch, and that was very painful. As they came after our son with everything our government and military could do. Please remember, he's not just in jail. He's thrown in. He's strip searched. He's thrown in,
Solitary
confinement, no books, to sit there with his own thoughts. No telephone calls, no media, nothing. This is how our government is treating our war heroes. 17 years, 5 deployments in the sand, dismantling finding who's making the IEDs, and protecting our servicemen.
So Glenn, you said he's in hell. You know what?
He's been in hell before.
He's been in hell before, and he's willing to give it all up. And he's done it before for the American people. We're now asking the American people to support him.
So we're angry, and we're saying not only should the military release our son from service, they should release him with full benefits. They should honorably discharge him. They should release him from prison and let him go his own way. This is disgraceful.
I'd like to add one thing to your list and then
Yes.
answer the questions that he posed. Where's the accountability? Where is the accountability? I'm going to give you my personal email address when we take you off the air, just to hang for a while. If there is anything I can do to help you, your family, your son, you just reach out and let me know. Anything that can be done. I stand with you, and I stand with your son. God bless you. Thank you.
That what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, Glenn.
It does. Truth will set you free, but it makes you miserable at first. God bless you. Thank you so much.